It's week 8 of the high school football season, and we've got two teams trying to improve their playoff chances as the Eagles of North Central fly into Lucas to clash with the Cubs. It's all coming your way next, live and free on the OH Report.
The Eagles won 2 games in a row, knocking off Richmond Heights and Van Loo.
Who's got your case? Be smart. Get Reinhardt. If you get hurt, we get you back in the game. We deploy our investigators to preserve evidence. We have the courtroom experience to show the insurance companies that we mean business. We know that getting the job done is what matters. Be smart. Get Reinhardt. Contact us at besmartlegal.com.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Let's go. Friday night lights. Get hype, it's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype, here we go now. Friday night lights. Get hype, it's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype, here we go now.
Happy Halloween!
Time now for our 89 Homes pregame show, coming to you from Bob Wine Field at Lucas Stadium. Andy Jardy alongside Joshua Banks here for this non-conference clash between two teams trying to improve their playoff chances here tonight. Lucas coming in at 3-4, North Central sitting at 2-5. The Cubbies are currently 16th in Division 7 Region 25, and of course the top 16 teams make the playoffs. North Central coming in at number 21 in Division 7 Region 26. This is the first meeting between these two programs, as this is just the third season at the varsity level for the North Central Eagles under head coach Tyler Owinski in his first season. But these Eagles have made the playoffs the last 2 seasons, so they know what it's like to get to the playoffs. They know what they have to do to get there. And Joshua, this should be a very interesting game. 2 different styles of play here, as is usually the case in a Lucas game. We'll see what we've got here tonight.
Yeah, it should be really interesting. Lucas trying their best to bounce back from a season that's not Lucas Cubs football, not what we're accustomed to seeing, against a team that, when you look at the sidelines over there, it looks like they barely have enough kids to even fill a team, Andy.
Yeah, this we counted them up. They have 27 kids, I believe, is what the number was, and Lucas has 35. And it might not sound like a big difference, but 8 bodies is a huge difference when you've got a lot of kids playing 2 ways. So depth is a concern for North Central. This is just their 3rd season playing at the varsity level, so still trying to get those numbers up a bit, but they come into this one 2-5. As we take a look at the Eagles team spotlight under head coach Tyler Owinski in his first season here, 2-5 coming into tonight. They are an independent, just like Lucas, and that we mentioned just now in their 3rd season at the varsity level, averaging just under 18 points a game, giving up quite a few on the defensive side.
Yeah, they really struggle defensively, but a Lucas Cubs team that you as well as I know doesn't score a bunch. We'll get into player spotlights, team spotlights, and what to expect.
Be very curious to see how North Central comes out of this. It is a hike for them to get here. 2 hours and 40 minutes is where Pioneer, Ohio is located. That is where the Eagles came in from. We'll see. That's a long trip. We'll see how energetic they are right off the gate.
That's almost one of those where you have to let the kids out of school early so they can get here on time.
Absolutely. So the Cubs will kick off. They're in their orange unis with the black numbers. The Eagles coming in their road whites, black pants, black helmets, black numbers, red outline on them. On a very beautiful night here this late into the high school football season, week 8.
You know, we were kind of talking about earlier, a little bit chilly.
Oh, yeah.
Weather's starting to drop a little bit. But I couldn't ask for a better night.
It's not
for football.
It's dry. That's what matters. Is that it's not windy. It's not raining. It's not snowing. It's not sleeting. We've got beautiful weather here tonight. So we are underway from Lucas. Is this kick? A little trouble with it there at the 20. Picked up now, and
he's got a sideline.
Got some room on the outside. Thought we might have seen a penalty flag come in for potentially a block in the back, but no call here, and it's good starting field position for the Eagles on offense.
Yeah, and they are led by junior quarterback Tyler Myers. Before our first break, we'll kind of go over our player spotlight, but we'll go ahead and throw it out there. He is our player spotlight for North Central. Completes a pretty high percentage of his passes. But I think the one thing you and I talked about, he's thrown 7 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Yeah. But they're going to come out spread, and I will tell you this. I seen Lucas play Calvert just a few weeks ago, and the spread, Lucas struggled to defend.
And we got a whole bunch of movement here on the first snap. And the Cubs, a little too anxious there, jump off sides. So that'll make it 1st and 5 here for the Eagles.
Not a good start if you're the Cubbies. You don't want to start off with a penalty and giving them extra field position when they already had a decent kick return.
Yeah, nice return. Already good field position. Now it just got a little bit easier here, 1st and 5, as they will come back out in the shotgun.
4 wide receivers.
And it's a handoff. And getting close to the first down there, Alex St. John
the ball carrier.
will make this 2nd down and short.
sophomore running back. It looks to be a pretty young squad. I'm only seeing 2 seniors on the squad.
Gain of 2 for St. John. Leading rusher for the Eagles, 242 yards coming into tonight's game.
Not a high offense team. Still 4 wide.
And it's a handoff again to St. John. And the Cubs defense not letting him go anywhere. This will bring up 3rd down and short. So after jumping off sides, they've tightened it up here and made this a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, it's just a great job by the front 7 for the Lucas Cubs, not allowing any holes to open up. Something they've really worked on over the past few weeks since that 35-0 shutout loss to Calvert. Really figuring out how to defend this spread look, as they're going to come out twins on each side again. We'll see if they go to the air here on 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3.
It's been 2 runs to start. They will pass here on 3rd down, and the throw to the outside a little too high for the intended receiver, Anton Hegler, and that'll bring up 4th down. See if the Eagles opt to punt it away, and it looks like they are making some personnel changes.
First
stand.
quarter, yeah, big stand for the Cubs. First quarter, just punt it away. See what your defense can do against this Cubs offense. But again, you and I both know Lucas, just because they have a new coaching staff doesn't mean they change their philosophy. They still want to run people over, and we're going to see how they do tonight. Bobby Grover, the quarterback, back to receive the punt. And it's blocked. I think that somebody got a hand on that.
Definitely sounded like it got a hand on it. And it will stop around the 33-yard line is where the Cubs will take over. Hegler's punt, partially blocked.
While the chains get moved, let's go ahead and take a look at our player spotlight for the Cubbies, and it's going to be sophomore running back Brady Giegold.
Yeah, he had a monster performance against Willard in Week 5, 20 carries, 235 yards. He is a workhorse back there, as so many of those Lucas Cubs are, between Anschultz, Hockensmith, Finello. I mean, they've got a plethora of options back there. And look at the rugby scrum. Look at the push. We'll see who gets out of the pile there as to who had the carry. I believe it was Hockensmith.
I believe it was Dan Hockensmith. And that right there, what you're seeing on our TMS digital marketing replay, is Lucas Cub football. And you don't normally see them start with that handoff up the middle, but if they're going to get that kind of push on the offensive line, Dan Hockensmith is going to get a lot of carries tonight.
Yeah, after that win over Willard, head coach Jim Sweat said he is the epitome of what Lucas football is, and that might have been the most Lucas football play I've ever seen. This is quite the opposite, though, taking a shot downfield through the air.
And it's caught! What a catch!
Touchdown, Cubbies through the air.
Tim Daly, his 2nd game back. And how about that? Unreal pass from Bobby Grover, and Tim Daly goes up and makes an outstanding catch. And it's 6-0 Cubs on, Andy, a pass.
I mean, what? I saw some weird stuff in the sky last night with the Northern Lights, and now I'm seeing passes in Lucas. Goodness gracious. But you know what? I was talking to our cameraman, Jeremy Peoples. He's a big Lucas guy, and he's telling me the passing game has improved here. And
they're going to hand it off up the middle to Hockensmith, and he's easily going to punch this one in for 2.
On the conversion.
And we'll take a break. Cubs up 8-0. We'll see if the Eagles can respond.
Happy Halloween!
concession stand, $5 a ball.
Quick start for the Cubs. They score on 2 plays after Hawkinsmith had a 17-yard run. Bobby Grover taking a shot downfield, connecting with Tim Daly, 51 yards. It's 8-0 Cubbies, 9:52 to go here in the first quarter. Andy Jardy alongside Joshua Banks. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Friday night. Hope you had a good week. Hope your weekend is going to be a lot less stressful than mine is, watching the Guardians try to advance tomorrow and then the Ohio State-Oregon game tomorrow night. It is going to be just a grind of a sports day.
I'm going to be pinching time trying to watch the Guardians. I'll be in Norwalk tomorrow night and trying to watch the Ohio State-Oregon game as I'm trying to call a game as well.
All of the sports happening this time of the year. It's a beautiful thing.
We'll see if North Central decides to try to take the top off now after that first 2-play drive from the Cubs.
Yeah, and they got bailed out, started the drive 1st and 5 after the Cubs jumped off sides, but then they were unable to pick up the first down as they give it to St. John again. And very little room for him there as this Cubs defense just not giving up anything on the ground.
And they're doing a great job of just containing, something that we didn't really see.
2nd down 8 for the Eagles.
They've struggled defensively most of the year. The Cubs are going to be the Cubs on offense. They're going to come out. They'll throw a couple passes, but they're going to try to run the ball down your throat. Defensively is where they've struggled this year, and it's a great start to the night as they try to get them to jump again, and they will. But I think that's going to be a false start on the big left tackle, number 76, Ernie Limpert.
Yeah, there was movement there. So back them up 5.
2nd down from their own 35-yard line.
It'll be 2nd down and 13. As they come out in the shotgun again. Tyler Myers, the QB. He drops back. He's taking a shot downfield
deep
over the middle, and it's a little bit underthrown and almost intercepted.
Intercepted.
I mean,
Tim Daly almost had himself a touchdown catch and an interception.
Yeah, just a little bit underthrown here by Myers. Still looking for his first completion tonight, as the first 2 have been incomplete. That one almost completed to the other team.
And that one is the receiver had Daly beat. It was just a little bit underthrown, and that allowed Tim a chance to make a play on the ball. If he throws that past his receiver and his receiver is able to run under it, that might be a touchdown for the Eagles.
Yeah, it looked like it had the potential to go for that, but like we said, just a little bit underthrown. See if he's able to connect here. They go with the screen underneath, and it's caught, but nowhere to go. An entire pack of Cubs waiting for Anton Hegler.
This Lucas Cub defense had a great first 2 possessions as they are swarming to the football. They are playing a Lucas Cub brand of football that we've come used to seeing over the last 10 years under Coach Spittler, and Coach Sweat's really trying to keep that going. I talked to him before the game. He said he really feels like if they get a win here tonight, it kind of solidifies their spot in the playoffs. He said, but they really want to win out to try to get to that, 10 seed. That way they're not playing one of the top seeds off rip, as Grover's going to have a chance with this one.
Nice punt, fielded at the 31. He's going to try and redirect his field down. He's past the 40, out to the 45, and knocked out of bounds around the 47-yard line is where Bobby Grover will give the Cubs possession. We'll see now if these Eagles can get a stop defensively. It was rough on that opening drive, 2 plays, 17-yard run, and then the 51-yard touchdown pass. You heard that correctly, 51-yard touchdown pass.
And it was one of those things where you kind of expected the run, right? They come out, they go up the middle with Hawkinsmith. 17 yards on a play up the middle is something that we don't normally see. But then to come out the very next play, you go a little fake jet action, and then you throw it over the top.
Here's a pitch.
That's Giegold.
Giegold.
He's going to get about 5.
Does pick up 5 as they move into Eagle territory here. And I know it's early, but right now the Cubs are just dominating up front.
Their front, offensively and defense, is having a heyday.
So this one goes to Hawkinsmith.
No,
He
it's Tim
lowers the
Daly.
shoulder. Oh, yeah, excuse me, Daly.
Tim Daly, the ball carrier.
And that's going to be enough for a Holman Kitchen Supply first down. And this is something like we've talked about so far in this broadcast we're used to seeing with the Lucas Cubs. 3, 4, 5 yards of carry, dominate up front. But now when you show the ability is they're going to spread out here. They're going to put Grover in the gun, and they're going to potentially throw the ball again. This is when the Cubs get dangerous. If they can figure this part of their offense out.
Yeah, look out. And it's going to Daly, and Daly fights ahead, gets about 6 on the play to make this a nice second down and short.
Young man that was hurt for a good portion of the beginning of the season comes back last week. Coach Sweat tells me they kind of tried to monitor him a little bit. Our camera guy was here last week, said they let him play in the second half, and he looked really good with his carries. Now he's getting a workload here tonight, and it doesn't look like he's missed a beat.
Yeah, and this Cubs offense has struggled the last 2 weeks, putting up just 6 points in their 2 losses. They've already gone over that total here tonight, as it's once again Daly getting the workload.
He's got
here,
a corner.
He's got room on the outside, and he is deep into North Central territory now.
And you're going to see it on the edge. He just outruns the defense.
His QB, Bobby Grover, thought it was a touchdown. He put his arms up, signaling touchdown as soon as he saw him bounce to the outside.
The Cubs offense looks absolutely phenomenal on these first 2 drives. As now they're going to go twins on the near side by us. Single back in the backfield. Looks like that single back is Hawkinsmith.
Handoff. And Eagles doing a nice job there.
But you're still getting 3-4 yards.
Yeah, they're winning first down. There's no question about it. And that was one of our – we didn't really get to our keys to the game because we were up against it time-wise. But one of the things that we pointed out for Lucas here, keys to victory, ground and pound, play your style of football, and they got to win first and second down. And so far, everything's good, and they've had success through the air.
Yeah, they've had success through the air, but they've, like you said, they've won first down offensively and defensively. That's big number 45.
Big fella. Brady Giegold.
Brady Giegold to get on the carry.
He's got enough for a Cubs first down.
That'll make it first and goal. Another Holman Kitchen Supply first down, the 6th already for the Cubs here in the first 8 minutes of the ball game.
It'll be first and goal from the 10.
First and goal to go.
And they're just doing, again, everything right.
And another rugby scrum, legs churning, bodies falling, and bursting through for the touchdown is Dan Hawkinsmith.
And it's the rugby scrum. You're going to see it here on the replay. He just gets in the middle of that pile and big body. But the thing about it is he's a big body guy, but if you get him in the open field, he's got the ability to beat you with speed. Love the fireworks here in Cub Country.
I was going to say, I'm curious, the North Central fans that traveled here tonight, if that caught them by surprise, because there's not too many places you go to at the high school level where you're going to get
looks
fireworks.
like we'll see, and he is going to get into the end zone.
Takes it in for the 2-point conversion.
As you see, he stopped and just runs right through everybody. And it's 16-0, Andy.
Yeah, it's been all Cubbies here to start. So we'll take a look now at our North Central Eagle player spotlight. And Tyler Myers, the quarterback, coming into tonight, 69 of 115, 670 yards through the air. He's also been able to do it with his feet, 32 carries, 140 yards, 9 total touchdowns between the two. He almost had a touchdown pass here tonight. Ball was just a little bit underthrown. And we'll see if the Eagles can find their groove here on offense here on their 3rd possession, because they've got to figure something out here quick, or we are going to be in a situation where this game might be over quickly.
Yeah, kind of something that, we had just mentioned. But also, while we get ready for this, let's go ahead and take a look at, Andy, what you feel like is North Central's keys to victory here tonight.
Yeah, for the Eagles here tonight,
Kickoff at 10 a.m. Good luck to our JV
limit the
Cubs
turnovers,
tomorrow morning.
always something you want to do on the road. and they've got to force Lucas into 3rd and longs, and so far that has not been the case. I think, have the Cubs had a 3rd down?
I don't know that they have.
I don't know if they have.
And it's 16-0. Let's take a look at this Cubbies team spotlight real quick while we're getting ready for a kickoff.
Head coach Jim Sweat in his first season, 3-4, as there's the kickoff, and hopefully you read that as fast as you could. We'll get it back up here for you after this return here. Trying to get to the outside, but spun around and brought down was Jamison Benedict on the return. As we take a look once again at our Cubs team spotlight, give you a little more time to breathe here. Talked about it, playoff points up for grabs. They're number 16 according to Joe Idle coming into tonight's game, and top 16 teams make it. And this offense has been struggling the last 2 weeks with just 6 points, but they have already surpassed that total and then some to start. So everything looking good for the Cubs here.
Yeah, speaking with Coach Sweat before the game, he said, yes, we're in right now. He said, but we really don't want to have to play one of those top 4 seeds week 1. He said, we are Lucas Cubs football. He said, so we'll go play anybody we can. As you're going to see Myers getting outside edge. But, again, he gets 5 yards maybe. But the Cubs are just swarming to the football.
Tripped up by Zach Winters, gain of 5 on that last play.
It is a gain of 5, but that's it. That is a good play on first down.
25-yard line.
That might be their biggest gain of the evening so far, is that 5-yard run, because they had the 5-yard penalty.
It is
on drive 1.
Yeah, they've had no luck running the football. Runs of 2 and 2 for St. John. The 1 reception only went for a yard, so it's been a struggle for the Eagles here. We wondered maybe the travel would get a slow start here for them.
They're going to look to run a little out route here.
And they're under pressure. Myers now redirects to the other side of the field, and he's spun around and brought down for a loss.
Big number, 51.
That's Buck Arnold.
Buck Arnold. And, you know, that's just a great job by Buck on the pursuit. He pursues the ball. Myers really wanted – they had a little motion that went into a little out route over here on the near side of the field, and I think that's really where they wanted to go. The Cubs picked up the motion. They did a great job of containing that motion. They forced Myers to the outside where Arnold just stayed home, contained that side, and didn't let Myers get anywhere past him.
So it's a loss of 6. This will make it 3rd down. Actually, a loss of 7. It'll be 3rd down and 12. Not where the Eagles want to be, especially after a positive play like that on first down. They'll try and pick it up through the air. Myers under pressure. Penalty flag comes in. It is completed. And getting close to the first down marker. I think he might have enough if this stands.
We'll see what the flag is.
Penalty flag's down.
Where it was thrown, you usually see that as
holding. Yep.
And that is the call. It will be holding against the Eagles.
Yeah, it will be holding it. And now you're
holding on the Eagles.
And it would have been close for the first down with where we're at here. It's tough to tell.
Yeah, where they spotted him versus where. But now you just went from, 3rd and 12 to
yeah, we'll see.
3rd and another zip code.
Yeah.
3rd and 20 is what they're going to call it. So it's going to be an 8-yard penalty. And now you got to be careful for a safety here.
I was just about to. You read my mind. I was just saying, now you got to be careful here too, because the Cubs have been able to get some pressure in the backfield and make Myers uncomfortable. See what the Eagles do. This might just be a handoff. They will try for it through the air. Myers drops back.
And there's that pressure coming.
He's under pressure, and he is unable to get away from the pressure.
Tyler Myers run down by Dan Hawkinsmith.
As it's Dan Hawkinsmith.
And we'll look at it again. I mean, he bullied his way in and just chased him down on the edge. And now, here's your concern if you're North Central. This is your 3rd punt on 3 drives. Now, they already got a hand on 1, Andy.
Yeah.
And now you're catching this ball from your own goal line.
Yeah, Hegler will have to get this one off quickly. And it's a low snap, and the Cubs get in there, and they do get a hand on it. And it's
caught. Yeah. Dangerous catch.
Well, the Cubs caught it. It was fine. Mason googled.
Mason Giegold gets his hand on it, and that's a – if you're Coach Sweat, you're glad he caught it, but that's a dangerous catch. You want to let that one bounce and just roll where it's going to roll. Because if you miss that catch, it's a live ball. But now look at the field position for the Cubbies.
First down Cubs from just outside the Eagle 10-yard line.
Yeah, they are almost first and goal. They can still pick up a first down here from the 11. Low snap. And Grover throws. He's got his man, and he's to the outside, and he's in for a touchdown for the Cubbies. Hawkinsmith finds the end zone again.
There's still 2 minutes left in the first quarter, Andy, and it's 22-0 Cubbies.
Yeah, this has been an impressive showing by Lucas here to start this game.
And how about the fact that Bobby Grover's 2 of 2 for 62 yards and 2 touchdowns?
I don't think anyone had that on their bingo scorecard coming into this one.
I don't think I had him throwing 2 passes on my bingo scorecard coming into this one. I remember a few weeks ago, they threw 1 pass attempt the entire game. As they're going to kick the extra point, this time it's going to be up and good. And with that, Andy, it's 23-0 with 2:04 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, we weren't sure what we were going to get tonight. This is a North Central program that's in its very infant stages in just their 3rd season. They have made the playoffs the last 2. First-year coach this year. And it's not gone well for them early. And that's the thing, too. We see this happen a lot. When you're an independent like this, you really don't know what you're going to get week to week. You're not in a conference. You're playing teams that you've never seen before. You're traveling almost 3 hours to play these teams. I don't think either of these teams really knew what they were going to see from each other. And as is the case a lot of times when you face Lucas, it can be a rude awakening.
Well, and look at it this way, too, and it's the same thing for these Cubbies. They traveled to West Virginia to open their season this year. And then week 10, they've got a team coming down from Whiteford, Michigan to finish out their season. So one thing we've always known about Lucas is, hey, anybody, any place, anywhere, anytime will play you. But a win like this tonight, they got Lakota next week, and then they've got Whiteford, who Whiteford's record, I think they've only got 2 wins on the year, maybe 3.
3-3, yeah.
But Coach Sweat said they play a legit schedule.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they had to this is a low kick. And Hegler will down it around the 35-yard line is where the Eagles will take over on offense. But, yeah, this is a Lucas team. They traveled to Pennsylvania week 1 to play Smethport, and they beat them 48-12. I believe Lucas, they had to find an opponent, right? Because Cardinal Stritch is who they were supposed to play?
Yes, they were supposed to play Cardinal Stritch week 1. Cardinal Stritch, unfortunately, had to cancel their entire season. I think it was lack of numbers.
Yeah, that's been the case for them. So Cardinal Stritch that was my rival high school growing up. I grew up in Northwood, and we used to share a field with Cardinal Stritch. So their numbers were never an issue, and it's just sad to see a program like that suddenly not have a team.
Myers going to look to throw again. He's going to take another shot downfield. What a catch.
Yeah, it is no, I think they're saying incomplete.
Are they going to say he did not? We'll take a look at it on replay right here, as it looked like he came down with it in bounds. That left foot might have been out. Not the best angle from over here onto that sideline.
Yeah, not only that, too, but it was just
again, underthrown. Well, dark, underthrown, and here's the thing, and you see it all over high school football. You have your first read. A lot of the quarterbacks you see, especially nowadays, that first read's the only one they look at.
Mm-hmm.
So he throws that ball with that first read, and there's 3 Lucas Cubs right there. That ball could have been picked off very easily. Myers.
He's going to roll out and throw to his right, and
incomplete.
So they're trying to get things going through the air here, but Myers now just 1 of 5 to start for 1 yard passing.
And this Lucas Cubs defense has shown up tonight.
Tyler Myers' pass is incomplete.
Another 3rd and long here for the Eagles.
Cooper Day with the hit.
Trying to
Gonna be 3rd down. Eagles.
stay in this one as it's been all Cubbies to start.
Around 34.
Minute 48 left here in quarter number 1, and it's been Lucas handily for the first 10 minutes.
Myers drops back, steps up into the pocket. He's under pressure again, and he's not going to escape it again.
And guess who? I correct that if it's wrong, but it was either Daly or Hawkinsmith that came up with that sack. We'll look at it.
It was Hawkinsmith.
His 2nd sack of the evening. And I'll tell you right now, I'm just going to throw this out there. He's already making poised to be our MVP this evening. He's got a rushing or a receiving touchdown, 2 sacks.
It's him or Daly at this point, but yeah, Hawkinsmith certainly making a case.
It's Daly and Grover. They're gonna boot it.
Yeah, they thought they were gonna fake it, but they just did the rugby style punt there.
And it'll roll out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
It rolls out of bounds just beyond the 35-yard line where the Cubs will start 1st and 10.
If you're on the North Central sideline, you have to get a stop. This drive has to result in a stop.
Well, if it doesn't, this game might end quickly because it'll be a running clock situation.
Running clock can't happen until the second half.
Oh, I thought that could happen at any point.
The running, as far as I know,
Well, I
I'm
guess
pretty sure the running clock cannot go into effect until the second half.
Okay. Well, we'll have to wait and see if that's the case.
This drive could tell us.
Yeah. Grover under center. And a toss to the outside.
As there's a good play on the defensive side of things. Big number
Logan
77. Logan Clark really gets down the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Tim Daly had nowhere to go. First play to go for negative yardage for the Cubs.
And now you're in it. If you're Lucas, let the clock run down to 10, 15 seconds. Snap it. As something I've seen them do the last couple weeks, they send Hawkinsmith back, let him get a little bit of a running start. They're going to toss that.
Yeah, this is Anschultz. Penalty flag comes in. Anschutz, excuse me.
Alex St. John on the stop.
We'll see what the penalty is, but it's probably a hold.
It's in that realm. Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be.
Penalty is holding on the Cubs.
So this will back up the Cubs offense. So this is their first drive we've seen tonight that has not been what they wanted. Lost yardage on the first run, and now a holding makes it 2nd and 21.
But now you're kind of going to see they're going to go back to that shotgun formation. They're going to put 2 wide receivers on the far side of the field.
We'll see if they even snap this ball. They don't have to. Clock down to 6 seconds. And Grover. Oh, the suspense. And he does snap it at 1 second. And they hand it off
to Daly. And he breaks a couple
makes
tackles.
A couple defenders miss.
Tim Daly on the carry.
Picks up a solid gain there on 2nd and 21. And that will do it for the first quarter. It's been all Cubbies to start here. They lead 23-0.
Who's got your case? Be smart. Get Reinhardt. If you get hurt, we get you back in the game. We know that getting the job done is what matters. Be smart. Get Reinhardt.
Welcome back into Bob Wine Field at Lucas Stadium. Cubbies trying to pick up a 3rd and long here. Grover under pressure, hit as he throws, and the pass is it's in and out of the hands. About to say it was complete, but Zach Winters couldn't quite control it. And that's the first incomplete pass of the night.
Great throw under pressure by Grover, and it'll be the first 3 and out of the night for the Cubbies, as now they'll have to step back and punt.
Our young ladies are led by
The only way they're going to get back into this thing is by getting it done on the defensive side of things to give themselves a chance, and that's what they do there. And the Cubs, that was just a drive from the get-go that didn't quite work, losing yardage on the first play. The holding backed them up to 2nd and long. And the Eagles now see if they can get something going here after their defense gets a stop after the first 3 possessions all led to touchdowns. And they'll fall on this one and take over just outside the 35-yard line.
Zach Winters' punt is fielded by Jamison Benedict just inside the 35-yard line where they'll start.
Couple scores from around the area tonight. Bit of a shocker here. South Central up on Western Reserve 7-6. Winford leads Bucyrus 7-0 after 1. Monroeville, one of the few undefeated teams left in our area, they are up 21-0 in the first quarter as they continue to just obliterate their opponents. They lead 21-0 over Mapleton. End of the first, Upper Sandusky leads Mohawk 10-0. And after 1, it's Colonel Crawford and Cary knotted up at 0. Shelby up 7-0 after the first quarter. And stop me if you've heard this before, but Bogpen Miller, 70-yard touchdown pass. Ontario leads Harding 14-7 in the second quarter.
Something that I think we've become accustomed to seeing all year from Bogpen Miller is we will get the scoreboard back up to you guys as soon as we can.
Handoff here goes for a minimal gain.
Tyler Myers on the keeper.
As Myers kept it, gets 2 on the play.
Gain of 2 on the play brings up 2nd down 8 for the Eagles.
It'll be 2nd down and 8. As we work on getting our scoreboard back up and running for you. 11:17 to go in the second quarter. Myers in the shotgun. 4 receiver set. We've seen this look from them a lot here tonight. Play clock down to 4. They got to snap it. Down to 1. And he did not get it off, and now they're going to let him. Clock had hit 0. The officials missed it too, and that run goes nowhere.
Jamison Benedict on the carry.
Benedict's first carry goes for maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, it'll be 3rd and 8. 10.5 to go here, second quarter. Benedict coming into tonight, just under 100 yards on the season. Does have a rushing touchdown. 23 carries, 96 yards. So another 3rd and long for the Eagles. Myers drops back, throws downfield, and it's overthrown, and it's intercepted.
Bobby Grover.
Grover trying to get a return here. A penalty flag is going to come in, and if he takes this all the way back, I think it's coming back, and he gets hit down out of bounds.
Pass is intercepted by Bobby Grover. Penalty flags down.
We'll see what the penalty flags are, but it will be Lucas Cub ball. As Myers just put a little too much on this throw. We saw him almost throw an interception earlier on a ball that was a little bit underthrown. This one well overthrown. And it's intercepted by his counterpart, Bobby Grover, also the quarterback here for the Cubs. We've got a personal foul against Lucas. Might be the first personal foul I've ever seen called while like a country tune is playing. And I think I'm all for it. I think I want penalties now to be called with music playing.
This is definitely makes it more entertaining.
But I don't think the Cubs liked it or loved it or want some more of it with the personal fouls there, as this will back them up. 1st and 10 now from the 33. This Cubs offense came out and scored on their first 3 opening possessions. 3 and out on the last one.
Inside handoff.
And the Eagles were all over it. Anton Hegler getting in there.
Tim Daly on the carry.
And actually, it was initially on the contact, number 70, who is not on the roster. Probably had a jersey switch here. Daly gets 2 on the play, though. Be 2nd down and 8. Just under 9.5 to go here, 2nd quarter.
Giegold's got a hole.
He does, and he lunges forward. See where they mark him. I think he's got it. Yeah, he does have enough for another home and kitchen supply 1st down.
Takes it ahead for a Cub 1st down.
Or, yep, there we go.
Move the chains.
Logan Clark on the stop for the Eagles.
Giegold now. 3 carries, 21 yards.
And just a great job again up front by the Cubs so far tonight, offensively and defensively. Yeah, we're going to have a false start. Yep, Hawkinsmith got up, jumped a little bit early there. You'll see it right here on the replay. As they're going to go in motion, Hawkinsmith jumped.
It's got to be just one of the most loneliest feelings ever is when you're the one guy.
Especially when you know it's you.
You know it's you. He knew it too. You're just like, oh, boy. I'm going to hear about that one later.
1st and 15 now. Same way they started the last drive, Andy. They got a 1st down on this one, though. But, again, you get a penalty. Now you're 1st and 15. Big yards haven't quite been an issue, but a negative play here could kind of change that.
And they're going to try and pick it up through the air. Grover under all sorts of pressure, trying to pull a Houdini act here and escape, and he is unable to do so. Does manage to get a couple of yards,
He's going to get a couple yards on that. Grover did a great job of avoiding a bunch of Eagles. Hegler finally kind of just got the right arm around him to take him down, or Grover could have went for a little while there.
He does manage to pick up 2 on the play. That was an impressive job to hold on to the ball, too, because the way Hegler came in with that arm.
Yeah.
Could have seen him strip the ball there, but a nice job by Grover to hold on to it. So it's 2nd and 13, 8 minutes to go here, 2nd quarter. Grover hands it off. And this is what the Eagles needed to do, was force Lucas into these 3rd and long situations, win the battle on 1st and 2nd down.
Well, and if you think about it, those first 2 drives were really what? They were a lot of Dan Hawkinsmith on the first carry. We haven't seen him get a carry in quite some time.
Yeah, he hasn't had one since he had the touchdown run for 10 yards.
Exactly.
Pfizer on the stop for the Eagles.
Just a gain of 1 on the play. 3rd and 11. You wonder if the Eagles might be starting to find their footing here defensively. Ball's on the ground. Grover able to pick it up, and now he's got room to the outside. Penalty flag does come in, though. He's going to be short of the 1st down.
Are we going to have another hold?
It is another holding call against the Cubs, so penalties starting to become a real issue here for Lucas.
And I want to say you're going to see it, yeah, right there, big number 75 for the Cubs, Keegan Arnold. Kind of tackled his guy that he was trying to block. You see him laying on the ground in that replay.
So this Lucas offense that looked unstoppable in the 1st quarter.
Well, here's the thing. You're crowding the box. Now, if you look at North Central, they're crowding the box. They've got 10 guys in the box to stop the run.
I don't know if you could hear it, too, but the North Central fans that did make the trip, a mocking beep, beep, beep back to the Cubs after the penalty there. And still going forward, breaking through.
How about
for a 1st
Dan
down?
Hawkinsmith? We're definitely going to take a look at that one again on our TMS Digital Marketing. That's what I was talking about with Dan Hawkinsmith, though. He's a power guy. But if you give him a hole and he breaks through, he can hit you for big yards. That was a 3rd and 22, Andy.
Yeah, and they pick up the first down.
26 yards on the carry.
Boy, just when it looked like the Eagles were starting to get a little bit of momentum and figure things out defensively, Hawkinsmith derailed all hopes of that.
They're going to go to him again, and how do you
Why
not just continue to go to him as he's still going? He's still going.
Unbelievable effort by Dan Hawkinsmith, the epitome of Lucas football, as Coach Jim Sweat says.
He carries 6 North Central Eagles.
It's a gain of 18. We've got an injury timeout here. So we've got someone down for North Central. And while they tend to him, we'll take a break and we'll be back and hopefully have a report for you.
Happy Halloween.
Back here at Lucas, and not a good sight for Eagle fans here. That is Anton Hegler, the sophomore wide receiver, who not putting any pressure or weight on what looks to be a right ankle injury, potentially leg injury.
Yeah, we're not going to show you guys that replay.
No, it was not good. He got rolled up on and twisted, and hopefully he is okay. But this is one thing we talked about, the depth being an issue, too, for North Central. Just 27 kids on the roster.
As we'll go ahead and shout you guys out watching Connie Cautry from Austin, Ohio. Brad Howe, yes,
Grover
go Lucas.
Fumbles the snap, able to get it back, and then brought down for a loss in the backfield.
Bobby Grover, ball carry on a busted play.
Couple times we've seen kind of a botched snap by the Cubs.
Well, it's, it gets a little damp this time of the year, and ball might be getting a little slick out there.
Second down and 12.
Yeah, it was about 70 degrees when I pulled in here.
And I want to say we're right around that mid-60s range.
It is 62, and it is going to continue to drop into the 50s as Grover looking to throw. He does, and it's complete, and it's enough for another Cubs first down.
Bobby Grover's pass is complete to Tim Daly.
There's Tim Daly again.
His second catch of the night.
And it's a great throw by Grover on the run to the sideline. Now, maybe Lucas is finally finding their identity. They've always been that team of run people over, but you've got an athletic kid at quarterback that can throw the football. No, he's not as big as a Logan Nicewander was, but he can throw the football down the field.
It's a gain of 11, and he fakes the pass this time.
Hawkins-Smith with the carry.
Hawkins-Smith on the carry.
Dan Hawkins-Smith on the carry.
Gets roughly around 4 yards maybe on that play. Tough to tell.
Looks like they're going to give him 1, actually.
Well, time to visit the eye doctor, I guess. Only a gain of 1.
On the stop for the Eagles. Brings up 2nd down, 9 for the Cubs.
But if you're Lucas, hey, listen, you score as the clock runs out because guess what, Andy? Lucas gets the ball coming out in the second half.
Toss here.
There's Daly.
To Daly, and Daly to the outside. 5, touchdown, Tim Daly. Takes it in from 14 yards out.
As we'll take a look at it on our TMS digital marketing replay. And it's just Tim Daly gets the corner. And the best thing about this Lucas offense is their quarterback, Bobby Grover, who's listed at 5'7", 135, is the lead blocker on those toss plays. As it is now 29-0, 4:43 left.
And you were correct that the running clock can only go into effect in the second half. You have to lead by 30. And the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So 30-0 Cubs. 4:43 to go, second quarter. We'll take a break.
4 minutes.
Happy Halloween.
The Cubs have scored on 4 of their 5 offensive possessions, and they lead this thing 30-0. 4:43 to go in the second quarter. Andy Jardy alongside Joshua Banks. Jeremy Peoples providing you all the beautiful camera work here tonight. Josh, your son, whose name escapes me at the moment.
Josh.
It's Josh. I should have just guessed. Doing a nice job keeping stats here for us up in the treehouse here in Lucas, Ohio. As the kick goes through the legs of Benedict. He now takes it at the 10 and trying to find some room, and he does find some room, but it's going to be brought down just outside the 20.
Benedict on the return.
Looks like that was number 51, Buck Arnold, that honestly might have made a touchdown-saving tackle
that
there.
had the potential there.
Yeah. Now we'll see if this North Central team can find any type of offense, and it's going to be really interesting to see because the young man on the sideline, Anton Hegler, was really their go-to focal receiver there in the first 2 quarters. He had the 1 reception. He was targeted several times.
Correct me if I'm wrong. They don't have a first down tonight?
No, they do not.
They had 1st and 5 on their opening drive and were unable to pick that up. But, yeah, they have just not been able to get anything going on the offensive side of things.
There'll be a handoff on the inside.
They'll try it on the ground.
They'll get maybe 1.
That's Alex St. John on the carry. His 4th carry of the night. Gain of 1. He's got 4 carries tonight for 5 yards. Cubs defense winning the battle up front, much like their offensive line has tonight as well.
We have them for 0 yards of total offense.
It's anytime they've been able to get anything positive, they've lost it trying to.
Hawkinsmith's back there again.
And here it is, another. He might have come away with that ball.
He might have the football in his hands.
Strip.
He might have stripped that ball, and it'll be Lucas. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up.
I think they're going to say that.
A replay while we see that. It looks like Hawkinsmith has that ball in his hands.
But
that's Lucas Cubs football.
Yeah, I'm struggling to see how they.
I want why they get this sorted out. Let's play that again. Let's actually slow it down just a little bit before
the
this
Eagles
next
are
play.
staying out there offensively.
Before this next play, let's take a look at it again.
I'm not sure how they.
The ball is out.
And it's picked up right there.
And it's picked up on the goal line by the Lucas Cubs.
Were they saying that Myers was down?
They might. His forward progress was stopped.
Okay. It's a loss of 14.
3rd and 22, and now you're going to roll out. And there he comes again.
There's just no chance.
And now you're 4th and 22 from the 10-yard line, and you're in a situation where, now who steps out to be your punter? Because Anton was their punter. And he was struggling to get the punt off. And, I mean, he's a tall kid. I want to say probably 6'2", 6'3", maybe even taller.
Yeah, he had some height out there. If you're just joining us, Hegler left the game with a leg injury and low line drive punt.
It's tipped.
And it did not take much of a bounce.
34-yard line. The Cubs will start on the Eagles' 34-yard line. I don't see the Cubbies scoring again unless it's on a big play. If Daly or Giegold or Hawkinsmith get a big run, that would be the way that they score. Other than that, I see them just kind of run the football, get to the second half, get to the running clock.
I think it all depends on the will of that Eagles defense right now, because I could very easily see Lucas still. I mean, there's plenty of time here. 2:56 to go. We'll see if the Eagles, at this point, you're just trying to play for some pride and do what you can. Here's another run.
And there's the big run I was talking about.
And
he's
not
going to
enough.
Get caught.
A nice touchdown saving tackle there by Jamison Benedict.
That's Anthony Finello on the carry. So getting everybody involved. Another home and kitchen supply first down, and that's the big play I was talking about, Andy. You can't not get a big run if you got an opportunity to get a big run.
It's a gain of 27. It'll make it 1st and goal for the Cubs at the 7-yard line.
I want to say that's their 10th first down here in the half.
They've had quite a few.
And now do you just turn around and give it to the big fella?
I think that's what they're going to do. They have all sorts of options, though.
They absolutely just give it to the big fella. Dan Hawkinsmith. No. Who's got the ball? Brady Giegold. I was even confused on that one. It was a little inside handoff to Giegold, and he just powered through everybody. And now it's 36-0.
That's the first touchdown tonight for Giegold.
I thought Hawkinsmith had the ball. That wouldn't even fool me.
It's tough, man. They all get bunched up in there. They've got so many different options to hand it off to back there. Extra point attempt up and no good.
Wide left.
2:18 to go here until halftime. It's 36-0 Lucas.
North Central.
Happy Halloween!
Well, if you're a Cubs fan, this is your favorite game of the year, and if you're an Eagles fan, it has not been your favorite game of the year as this kick dies at the 2. Benedict picks it up, and he is still going, fighting forward and getting just past the 5.
Benedict on the return for the
I mean, the kick is a low line drive. It bounces, and I thought for sure that ball was going to roll into the end zone with the way it bounced. And it died at the half-yard line.
A couple scores here for you from around the area. Second quarter, Worcester up at Mansfield Senior 14-0 as the TY Tigers continue to have just a year to forget. It has been a struggle for them. New Philadelphia leads Lexington 20-12. Shelby up 7-0 at Clear Fork second quarter. Ontario leads Harding 17-7 in the second. River Valley and Highland tied at 7. And we'll get some more scores here for you after this 1st and 10 for the Eagles as this handoff goes to Jamison Benedict. Thought we might see a face mask called on that. Just nowhere to go here as you see the replay.
Doesn't look like he got it.
Definitely some hands around the helmet, but I don't know if he ever did actually get it. It's a loss of 3, though.
And now you're in a situation where you're allowing the Cubs defense to pin their ears back and come at you. You've struggled offensively, and this is Lucas Cubs football right here.
Down 13 for the Eagles.
Yeah, they just have not been able to get anything going against this Cubs team tonight. They'll try it through the air, screen pass underneath, and this is one of their better plays of the night here. They'll get most of the yardage back that they
Looks
lost.
like they're going to get about 5, so it is going to be one of their biggest plays of the night. 5-yard gain on the play.
Today on the stop for the Cubs.
So, actually a gain of 7, 3rd and 6.
Third down Eagles from right around their
Cash Martin
13-yard line.
on the reception. One of the great names.
Might be the best name. It might be the best name on either roster.
It's Buck Arnold is up there too. That's just it. That is a great name. That's a great football name.
Absolutely, it is.
We'll see if the Eagles can get their first down here. 40 seconds to go until halftime. Myers drops back to throw.
And he's
Once
under
again,
pressure
he's under
again.
pressure, and he got hit hard.
And guess who?
Yeah, I mean, Dan Hawkinsmith.
Tyler Myers brought down in
Just
the backfield by Dan
one of the
Hawkinsmith.
most aggressive shoves you'll ever see.
Here's the thing. He just blows by the left tackle. He just absolutely blew by Ernie Limford, and it wasn't even close.
And Cubs will not use a timeout here and force a punt situation. That should be the final play of
that will be the final play of the half.
So it is all Lucas here tonight as they look to get back to 500 and boost their postseason resume. It's 36-0 Cubs. Stick around. We'll have the halftime performances. Actually, it might just be one halftime performance here tonight, but we'll have the Lucas Cubs marching band for you here at halftime.
Who's got your case? Be smart. Get Reinhardt. If you get hurt, we get you back in the game. We deploy our investigators to preserve evidence. We have the courtroom experience to show the insurance companies that we mean business. We know that getting the job done is what matters. Be smart. Get Reinhardt. Contact us at besmartlegal.com.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Let's go. Friday night lights. Get hype. It's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype. Here we go now. Friday night lights. Get hype. It's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype. Here we go now.
Happy Halloween!
didn't mean to scare you.
What's that?
I didn't mean to scare you about the skunk. Just when you were walking out there, put the headlights on.
Well, I was telling Brenda, there's something making a lot of racket. Like in the morning when I go out in the garage, out the big garage, something is making a lot of racket back there.
Now entering the field for their halftime performance under the direction of Miss Katie Johnson, the Lucas Cubs Marching Band. Our first show this year was all about the band that took the world by storm back in the 1960s and defied an era. The Beatles. Our tribute to the Beatles began with the hit Twist and Shout. This rock and roll classic is one you'll instantly know. Groove to the beat as we play Twist and Shout.
Yes, and you'll know when they grab them.
Smells awful.
So they may give you eventually. Yeah, I know that's crazy.
There was something on my patio. I got up and, well, it was dark. And I hadn't gone to bed. I was getting ready to go to bed. And I flipped on the light and I saw something. I think it was a cat. Because I think when my pillows were on my furniture, the cat had been sleeping.
Yeah, you've been doing that on mine too.
Yeah.
Not just one.
Oh, it's not?
The yellow one looks like he's been beat with a stick. He's like pollinating every female cat he can get. The neighbor Doug,
I think every bad one.
those are feral cats.
Well, no,
That's okay. Somehow got in Charlie's house last year. The cats got the eating bugs or something. Yeah. What did I say? We were in the house last winter. I have no idea. There's that cat making
As the regular season draws to an end, we join in our football team's fight to the finish in the beginning of the postseason. Written by Survivor for the 1982 movie Rocky III, topping the charts for over a month after its release, here is Eye of the Tiger.
Well, it all started last winter when this little kitty litter shows up. I said, you didn't feed it, did you? No, let's go to the farm. I said, well, then you might as well feed it. No, never feed it. Feral.
Somebody needs to call the town.
Well, there's 8 of them. Now it's down to 6. 5 or 6. Somebody was putting
See, that's where this just kept me all past the barn.
Well, this one.
Never face supper.
I don't care. I hate cats.
Just say it loud on the radio.
Oh, I've had front porch, driveway, that's on everything with Wanda's. I mean, wow, it's big. She says she can't even go to the back porch because it smells so bad. They hang out.
And now, clap along as we play the Lucas High School fight song. The Lucas Cubs Marching Band would like to thank you for your continued support of our music program. Our students work extremely hard and they are proud to share their music with you.
It's a close game.
Who's got your case? Be smart. Get Reinhardt. If you get hurt, we get you back in the game. We know that getting the job done is what matters. Be smart. Get Reinhardt.
me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can't move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here, blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. Yeah, the first step is showing up, hear them cheer. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. We're blowing up, hear them cheer. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. Ruthless, ruthless. Give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless.
Time now for our 89 Homes halftime show for you here from Bob Wine Field at Lucas Stadium, where it has been all Cubs. They're jumping up and down, not just to stay warm, but they're also just excited. It's 36-0 Cubs. This has been a dominating performance here tonight from the Cubbies. We'll have a running clock for the second half. If you lead by 30 points at any point in the second half, it's a running clock, so this could be a very quick-moving second half. We will see. The Cubs will get the ball to start. Andy Jardy alongside Joshua Banks. Let's take a look at some of the numbers here at the half, and those are not typos. It has been a very, very difficult night for the Eagles, traveling just under 3 hours to get here, going up against this Lucas team that looks like the Lucas of old here tonight. I mean, what more can you say about those numbers? 0 first downs from the Eagles.
And I've seen teams struggle offensively, right? I think we all have at some point. We've all seen those teams that just kind of struggle offensively. This is one of the first times in the 3 years that I've been doing this where I've seen a team 0 first downs, but negative 13 total yards.
Yeah, and a lot of that has come from just Myers not having any time to throw. He's been sacked a few times. They've just anytime they had a positive play, they'd lose 6 or 7 yards on the next play. So just really, really tough for North Central to get anything going here tonight. We'll see if they've got anything here in the second half, as we're just about set for kickoff.
What do you try to take out of this if you're North Central, Andy?
Well, you just at this point you're trying to stay healthy, and we've seen that already. Although is that I can't tell. It does look like he's back out there, right? Hegler?
Yeah, he is. I see the pink arm sleeve.
Yeah, Anton Hegler is back out there, which is a very good sight to see.
Yeah, after the spill that he took early, it's definitely a sight to see him back on the field.
And he'll be kicking off, too. So the leg appears to be okay, which is a very good sign. But, yeah, so 1, stay healthy. 2, just try to put together a drive. You know, try to get into the end zone. You never want to be shut out. If there's any way you can get something going to take any sort of momentum with you into next week. And they will be back home next week. They'll host Manchester, D7 Region 28 team.
Anton to kick off. Great to see him back on the field after that injury he suffered in the first half.
And it's a low line drive kick. Takes a room service hop there and still going out past the 40 on the return there. Tim Daly.
Been a happy sight for Lucas Cubs fans' eyes. Tim Daly back in the lineup tonight as he has had a huge night on the ground and through the air as a receiver.
Yeah, he's got 2 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown, and then he's also got the 14-yard rushing touchdown for the Cubs as well. Scoring summary for you. First quarter, 9:52 to go. It was Grover 51 yards through the air to Daly to make it 8-0 Lucas. With 5:02 to go in the first quarter, Hawkinsmith took it in from 10 yards out, 16-0 Cubs. And then with 2:04 to go in the first quarter, Grover again through the air, 11 yards to Hawkinsmith, made it 23-0. As this pass to the outside here to Daly. He's to the 45, 50,
he's got a
and
sideline.
He has got nothing but green in front of him. And he is in a 60-yard touchdown pass.
I mean, again, it's great blocking, but this Lucas Cubs offense tonight has found their identity, allowing – has Bobby Grover thrown it 20 times? No, he's thrown it 5 times. But he's 4 of 5 for well over 100 yards and 3 touchdown passes.
Extra point is up and good. That'll make it 43-0 Lucas. We'll take a break. Be right back.
Happy Halloween!
Well, I didn't even have time to finish the scoring summary for you before the Cubs added another one to the scoring summary. as Grover just connected on a 60-yard screen pass to Daly, makes it 43-0. The 2 touchdowns in the second quarter, it was Daly from 14 yards out, made it 30-0. And then Giegold, 7-yard touchdown run, 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, made it 36-0.
And now, minute 20 into the second half, Grover finds Daly for 60.
And this kick here is going to, it might have gone out of bounds, but Benedict jumped up, and he is going to pay the price for that.
That's a situation where you have to be aware. You have to be aware of your surroundings. That ball was 1,000% going out of bounds. You're at the 35 if you let that happen. Now you're back at the 15.
Charlie Reed and Willie Weitzel on a stop for the Cubs. Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a cell phone turned in over at the concession stand. Check and see if you've lost your phone. It might be yours. It's over at the concession stand.
So we'll see if the Eagles can get anything going here offensively tonight. Still searching for their first down of this game. As time will move quickly here with the running clock. And the only thing that would stop it would be a timeout. So much for that theory. 10:14 to go. Eagles take a timeout. We'll run through some scores here for you. See what we can get from around the area.
I'm not sure the current score, but it looks like we had a little update in our group chat. Mount Gilead had the lead over Northmore at one point.
How about that? Looking around the area over in the OCC, Worcester leads Mansfield Senior 21-7 at the half. New Philly still up on Lexington 20-12 last we checked. Shelby up at only 7-0 at Clear Fork at the half.
Shelby plays Ontario next week, Andy.
Oh, I know they play Ontario next week.
This is a very, very difficult game for the Whippets, whereas you never want to look ahead in sports, right?
Yeah.
At the pro level, the college level, the high school level, any level. However, that's one of the biggest games in the state of Ohio next week.
Well, Ontario is on track tonight against Marion Harding. They lead 24-7 at the half. Highland and River Valley still tied at 14. Still looking for a Marion Pleasant Galleon score. Let's see, what else do we have here? In the Firelands Conference, Plymouth up 20-6 on New London in the second quarter. South Central leads Western Reserve 15-12 in the third quarter. That's fascinating.
Very, very fascinating.
Get some more here for you here after this 1st and 10 from the Eagles. And Myers is going to roll out. He's being chased again as he has been all night. And he is
going to be
once
sacked.
Again brought down for a loss as the Eagles offense continues to have their wings clipped by these Cubs.
Myers on the quarterback.
And that's Hawkins Smith again in there on the tackle, joined by a Legacy Gross.
Ray Cottle.
And Keegan Arnold. 3 Cubbies combined for the TFL.
It's a loss of 9.
Ball's placed at the 7-yard line.
Monroeville up 35-0 at the half at Mapleton as they continue to roll this season.
Roll through every opponent they faced.
Yeah. In the N10, Cary leads Colonel Crawford at halftime, 10-7. Also at halftime, Winford up 27-0 at Bucyrus.
We're going to get a handoff right side, a big play. Going to get a couple back. He's still going.
That's Alex St. John on the carry.
Alex St. John on the carry.
Going to get a couple.
Cottle on the stop for the Cubs.
Almost back to the original line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 8. Longest run of the night for the Eagles.
Brings up a 3rd down and 11 situation.
3rd and 11, though. I mean, you're 3rd and long. Now you're in a passing situation, and you have not had very much success getting a pass off this evening. He's 2 for 8.
Yeah, 2 for 8 for 8 yards with an interception.
And there comes a man untouched off the edge, and he's not going to have anywhere to go. There's Hawkins Smith again. I
mean, it has just been brutal up front. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, he's got 4 seconds to
Yeah.
before he's brought down.
Well, and it's one of those things where that's a smart play by Myers to step up in the pocket, but as soon as he steps up, Hawkinsmith sheds the block, and he's there to meet him right in the hole that he thought he had. He's going to keep it.
He's going to keep it.
And he's going to be stopped. I mean, that's – okay. I understand you're losing 43-0. But now you're giving the Cubs the ball on the 15-yard line.
On the keeper.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I mean, I guess they're just trying anything. Anytime I see a fake punt like that, I'm always like, well, why don't you just go for it? But with the way that their offense has been tonight, I guess I can understand maybe trying a trick play. I mean, this game is already over, so you're just trying anything to see if it works. And
as I would presume we'll see some new backs in the backfield for the Cubs.
so far, no. As this carry almost taken into the end zone.
Ray Giegold, the ball carrier.
Giegold comes up just shy. Actually, think he's short of the first down as well, too. Gain of 8.
Yep, he'll get 8 yards on the first carry.
But, yeah, I'll be curious to see. Finello comes up.
Hobbling
just a little bit there.
Looks like Will Weitzel come in and take his spot, the senior.
Cubs get down.
They'll toss it to Weitzel, and he's going to
walk
take it into the end zone.
First carry of the night, not a bad way to do it. Takes it in from 2 yards out.
Well, and it's dominating up front like we've seen all night long. I mean, you could have drove a car through the hole. He goes untouched, 9 yards. What more could you ask for if you're Coach Sweat and the way this offensive line has played tonight? As it's 49, potentially 50 to nothing, and we still got a whole nother quarter to play.
We do, but there's not going to be a lot of time left.
Up and good.
Logan Papp's kick is good. 5 minutes, 25
So it's 50-0, Cubbies. We'll be right back.
Happy Halloween.
Back here, Bob Wine Field at Lucas Stadium, 5:20 to go, third quarter. 50-0 Cubs. They've hit the half-century mark here tonight. I think they've scored on every possession but one.
Two.
Two?
They had 2 consecutive 3-and-outs, I do believe.
No, they almost had a 3-and-out, but then they picked up the 23rd and 21 and ended up scoring a touchdown on that drive.
Okay, yep, you're correct. I do remember that now.
And Jamison Benedict lets this one go out of bounds wisely this time. And we're going to take a look coming into tonight, Division 7 Region 25, what the playoff picture looks like. And you can see the Lucas Cubs there right at the cutoff point. The top 16 teams will make it. And you want to keep winning because you do not want to play any of those top teams in your region. They already played Hillsdale this year. It didn't go well. So you hope
did
to not see them. Monroeville has blown everybody out this year. In Western Reserve right now, though, we might have a shakeup. They're down in the third quarter to South Central.
Yes.
6-4-9.
That's a very interesting bracket because that could all shake up. And let's throw a team out there, and I know I've said this a couple times on the Pigskin. We've talked about it on the Friday Night Pigskin, which make sure everybody watching tune into that tonight at 11:30. And it'll be on late. Myself, Brian Skoronsky, Travis Berardi, as Myers has a huge run up the sideline.
First down of the game for the Eagles. A huge run. Takes it 30 yards.
And that's the first time that you've seen the Lucas Cubs lose contain.
First down.
And you'd like to see them, especially Myers, who's just been taking a beating tonight back there, to see him succeed. It's been a rough night for them. You never want to see a game like this.
Well, it looks like we've got a lot of young kids in. I don't see number 30 out there anymore. I see 32 instead, which is Christian Evans. So some new faces out there for the Cubs on the defensive side of the ball.
Myers thinking touchdown. He's got Hegler
with the catch.
And he's got it.
Myers' pass is complete to Anton Hegler.
Nice to see Hegler back on the field. And great adjustment to the football.
It's a gain of 23. So the Eagles' offense suddenly finding a little bit of rhythm here. Trying to get into the end zone for the first time tonight. They picked up their first down on this drive and quickly picked up another one. But this is what you want to see. They're still fighting.
Yeah, they're not giving up.
Talked about it a couple times early in the show or in the pregame and first quarter, but this is just their third year at the varsity level as a program, so they're still trying to establish who they are and what they want to be. They've made the playoffs their first 2 years, and they're on the cusp this year, and that pass almost intercepted.
Should have been intercepted as Bobby Grover slow to get up.
Yeah, do we have a replay of that? It looked like a bunch of Cubs kind of ended up in the same place at the same time, and well, didn't quite have it, unfortunately.
That should have been picked, and then you had a helmet go into the hamstring. And I'll tell you what, that's not really something you want to see for your Cubs because that's your starting quarterback.
I know, yeah, that was potentially very, very, very bad for the Lucas Cubs.
He's going to look to throw that to that outside, and it's got another one that probably should have been picked off.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw by Myers. He just kind of threw it up there for anyone to grab. His receiver didn't even know that it was coming.
That's number 13. Mason Giegold got both paws up on it. Couldn't quite pull it in.
Pass intended for Brendan Solano is incomplete. Broken up by Mason Giegold. It's going to bring up third.
The last thing you want to see, Andy, is these Eagles drive this far down the field and not put something on the board.
Yeah, and if you're that Lucas Cubs defense, you want to continue pitching your shutout.
Yes.
You don't want to give up these points, so these are always kind of the matchups in games like this that you look forward to. And a low snap here, Benedict able to pick it up, and it's close inside the 5.
Flag flies in late.
Jamison Benedict on the carry, penalty markers down.
And it's going to be holding against North Central.
I want to say it's on Hegler. Yeah, it was on Hegler. He kind of knew it when he was walking back to the huddle. He was having a conversation with the official. And that's a tough spot now for the Eagles.
So 3rd and goal from the 18. I was wondering maybe if they thought about declining that to make it 4th and goal, but back them up and rely on your defense here now with some more breathing room.
That's played tremendous so far. They're going to run that exact same route. He's going to run a little out route over the top.
Over the middle. Too high, and could have been intercepted again, but it's incomplete, and that will probably be our final play of the third quarter.
I tell you what, Myers has struggled tonight, but I think the scary part about it is almost every one of his misses probably should have been intercepted.
Yeah, he's had a tough time connecting with his receivers tonight. We got one more quarter to go from Lucas, 50-0 Cubs.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Fourth and goal from the 18 as the Eagles try to find the end zone for the first time tonight. They'll try the screen pass underneath, and it will go nowhere near where it needed to go, and it's a turnover on downs. The Cubs continue to pitch the shutout.
And their defense does everything they're supposed to do. As he gets wrapped up low, still tries to keep going, but you've got 3 Cubs there on top. Just
over on downs, 1st and 10 Cubs.
Their defense has been absolutely swarming here tonight. As you see the Cub mascot having a good old time tonight.
See any of the booster officers.
Love a good mascot. Big fan of mascots.
Not something we see out too often in high school sports nowadays.
Lucas does all sorts of things here that you don't see around the high school landscape. They've got the fireworks. They've got the mascots.
They've got the Cub Cave that they run out of.
The Cub Cave, yep. It is a special place to come and watch a football game here, as it looks like we are going to see some of the younger, inexperienced guys get in there now. Cooper Day, the sophomore, gets his first carry of the night.
Gets 5, maybe 6.
Gain of about 5. Second down, Cubs from the Eagle 28-yard line.
And it looks like that's Carter Coxon at quarterback now as well, the freshman for the Cubs.
Getting some of these young guys some experience.
Here's a handoff. Joey Desterhaft gets the carry.
Sophomore.
Joey Desterhaft, the ball carrier.
And it's enough for a Cubs first down.
Holman Kitchen Supply first down. And this is one of the nice things if you're Coach Sweat and the Lucas Cubs. Yes, you have struggled all year. Now you're up plenty. Your young guys aren't playing in a situation where, hey, we're trying to put points on the board, or, hey, we're getting smoked, let's come out and show we can do something. Now you're in a situation you're relaxed. Just run the offense. If you score, you score. If you don't, no big deal.
Yeah, there's no pressure on these kids. It's the perfect situation to get them into a game in. As the rugby scrum continues.
And he's still going. Ball's out.
Ball is out. And it is recovered by North Central. First turnover of the game by the Cubs. sometimes the pile giveth and sometimes it taketh. As that ball did just come loose, and it looks like it was recovered
by number 40.
That is Brody Taylor, the junior, coming away with it.
Now, I am curious, and I'm glad North Central gets the ball back. But if you watch the replay, his right knee is down before that ball comes out, Andy. I'd love to see North Central put some points on the board. But his right knee, and even our camera guy just noted that as well, his right knee is 100% down before that ball comes out. But in that scrum.
And I've noticed it this year where they are letting those scrums go a lot longer. And it's not just at the high school level, but the college and pro level too. As this run goes for nothing, St. John is actually going to lose a few.
It's like he's going to lose almost 5. He is going to lose 5.
Joey Keller on the stop for the Cubs.
Just under 9 minutes to go here. This could potentially be the final possession for North Central.
Could be the final possession of the game, depending on how it goes.
Loss of 4 on that last play. Second down, 14.
Called a loss of 4.
And Myers is going to keep it, and he slides down.
Probably the best idea.
Yeah.
Cooper Day or Anthony Finello was flying over to make a stop, and that slide is the safe play right there if you're Myers, because you had one Cub on each side of you, and you were not going to get out of there safe.
And the beating he's taken tonight, too, the last thing he wants is another hit. So Wisely slides. It's a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 13. And we're going to get a timeout here, as it looks like there was some confusion about personnel there for the Eagles. So they will take a timeout. They've got 1 timeout remaining. 8:05 to go here in this one. As North Central, with this loss, will drop to 2-6. Coming into tonight, they were number 21 in D7 Region 26, looking to get a big win on the road here to probably launch them into the playoffs had they come away with this win. But
Absolutely.
It doesn't look like that's going to be the case here tonight, and they'll have 2 more chances as they will host Manchester next week.
And then they'll go to Reading, Michigan.
Yeah, so always gets a little tricky once you play teams out of state, how that factors into the computer points. But Reading is a Division 7
type team.
Up in Michigan, yeah. 3rd and 13.
8:05 left here in the 4th quarter.
The running clock continues to go.
They're going to run that little out route. Watch 12. He's going to go down and out, and that's where they're looking to throw it. Every time he finds somebody else.
And close to the first down. That's Brendan Solano on the catch, his first catch of the night.
They've shown signs of life through the air.
Joey Deskerhaft on the stop for the Cubs.
And he is just short of the first down.
So now you're going to have 4th and a yard. Maybe even not even a yard. It might be the length of the football.
It's right at the sticks.
They'll call it 4th and a yard. I'll call it 4th and a foot. But if you're North Central, this is where you almost wish get under center, just a little tush push, get yourself a first down.
I'm actually surprised that. And it's close. I think
it's going to depend on. Yeah, they're going to give it to him. It'll depend on the spot though. But I tell you what, you still hear pads cracking up here. That was a big hit that Myers just took right there.
Other scores from around the area. Shelby and Clear Fork knotted at 7 late in the 3rd quarter.
Shelby Clear Fork tied up at 7. We just heard over the PA here in Lucas.
That would be the
upset of the year. Yes.
That ends up going Clear Fork's
Well, because
way.
then here's the thing. If you're Shelby, you lose tonight to Clear Fork, just hypothetically. You got Ontario next week, and then you've got a pretty decent Pleasant squad in week 10. Myers going to look to throw again. He's going to be under pressure again. He's not going to get away from this one.
He does manage to throw it away. And
he's going to be down before he threw it. They're going to call him down. Yep. It's going to be a sack.
Oof.
They'll give that to Aiden Kendall.
Lost Aiden Kendall on the stop for the Cubs.
So that will back them up to the 47. It's a loss of 15.
And that's a great play by Myers to get away from the sack, but you got to be more aware and throw that away just a little bit sooner.
Yeah, he held on to that one just a little too long.
As we're almost inside of the 5-minute mark, and now you're 2nd and 25. Look for the screen. They're going to get the screen off. It's a high throw, though. Hegler unable to get it in.
It was a high throw, but he's got the height. It just went right through his hands and off his helmet. Take a look at the replay here. I mean, it's right there.
Yeah, he didn't even really have to jump for it.
No.
It's a great throw.
Just been that kind of night for the Eagles.
Yeah, unfortunately, it has been that kind of night. They've struggled offensively, defensively. Special teams have struggled with punts. They've had a couple punts get tipped.
3rd and 25.
Lucas going to bring pressure.
Myers pump fakes. Now he rolls out.
They got a spy flying
to throw
up,
it downfield.
and he's not going to get away from this one. As that's just great defense by the Cubs. They've got a corner kind of spying him. He's seen him take off. He flew up at him. That's Finello flying up there. That's also, I want to say it was Cooper Day out there as well making a stop. And now you're 4th and 22.
Dallas Smith on the stop for the Cubs.
Yeah, he picks up 3 on it.
To bring up 4th down.
And Myers just hoping to have some time to chuck it downfield here and hopefully pick up this first down. 4th and 23. Play clock down
Here
to
comes
2.
that exact same route, the same concept, only this time he's going to go on a wheel. They've got
He's
a guy
wide
open over the middle, and he just missed him.
Just missed him. Turnover on down.
I mean, you'll see it here. He's wide open. Honestly, there's a chance that goes for a first down and more.
That probably, had the potential to find its way into the end zone. So the Cubs will take over, shutout intact, 50-0.
And a situation where if you're the Lucas Cubs, you're gonna play Lucas Cub football. You've got your young guys in. Again, continue to run your power, run your tosses, run your fullback up the middle, get yards in the game right here on this drive.
Yeah, they probably only need to pick up 1 first down for that to be the case.
Absolutely.
As they will get back to 500 with 2 weeks to go. Cubbies are on the road next week at Lakota, who is 2-5, as this toss
is a big
here
play.
Is going to be enough for a first down.
Another Cubs first down.
That's Carter Payne.
Takes it ahead for a Cub first down.
Sophomore running back.
But yeah, they will travel to Lakota next week and then
finish it up back here at home.
Finish it up here against Whiteford out of Michigan.
Which I want to say that's a game that you're on, Mr. Jardy.
I will be back here in 2 weeks, yes. And it might just be me, actually, on that call.
Big play here.
Joey
Desterhat on the carry.
That's his 2nd carry of the night. Both of them going for 4 yards, 2 carries, 8 yards. Under 3 to go here. Don't forget, tonight we still will have our post-game show for you. We will have our MVP interview as well. That's the Mechanics Bank MVP for you tonight. Lots of choices. It was a heated debate amongst us here at the half.
Daniel Stotts here in the comments. Plenty of possible Andy's Dandy stuff at
Let's
Bob
go.
Wine Field tonight.
Love to see it. Yeah, we have got all sorts of options here tonight for Andy's Dandies. I'll have it for you on the Pigskin Show later this evening.
For those of you who want to know that want to tune into that, we cover every team that we were at tonight, plus highlights. Plus, at the end of the night, Mr. Jardy here comes on for some fun.
Oh, yes.
And he's going to go over a whole bunch of other scores that he He rushes his tail off to get back home, find scores, find dandies, and then gets on the air with us and doesn't get to bed till pretty late on a Saturday morning.
Oh, it's late by the time we end up calling it a night, as this is enough for a Cubs first down. But yeah, always a fun time doing the Pigskin Show. Wouldn't do it if it wasn't fun, and so very much looking forward to that. And
only a couple more weeks left of that Friday night Pigskin.
It's insane. Yeah.
High school football goes, they call it the fastest 10 weeks of the year for a reason.
I think what makes it even feel faster these days is that, like, it continues to just be warm for most of the high school football season. I mean, it was warm when we got here today. It's obviously chilly now, but I feel like the warm weather just makes everything move faster as the Cubs will knee this one out here going into victory formation. About as dominant of a win as you can have by the Lucas Cubs here tonight. A very impressive performance. Did what they had to do, came out, put this one away almost immediately. It was 2 plays and they were in the end zone, a 51-yard strike through the air. And then they got the 2-point conversion, and they never looked back. This will be only their second possession of the night that doesn't result in a touchdown, and probably would have if they kept trying to score.
Absolutely. It would have resulted in a touchdown had they continued to try to put points on the board. But that'll be the last snap there, Mr. Jardy.
Yes, it will.
And that's going to
so
do it for tonight.
The Cubs get back to 500 on the season. They move to 4-4 as they continue to try to climb into the playoff rankings. Coming into tonight, number 16, hoping to boost a little bit with this win here tonight, as North Central will drop to 2-6. Stick with us. We'll have our MVP interview and stats for you on the other side of the break.
Who's got your case? Be smart. Get Reinhardt. If you get hurt, we get you back in the game. We deploy our investigators to preserve evidence. We have the courtroom experience to show the insurance companies that we mean business. We know that getting the job done is what matters. Be smart. Get Reinhardt. Contact us at besmartlegal.com.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
lights, let's go. Friday night lights. Get hype, it's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype, here we go now. Friday night lights. Get hype, it's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype, here we go now.
Happy Halloween.
Time now for our Mechanics Bank MVP interview, and we're going with Bobby Grover here tonight. 4 of 5 through the air, 133 yards, 3 passing touchdowns. Bobby, how much have you been working on throwing that ball down the field?
This week we came in with a little more complexity than we have all week. So we've been throwing it, trying out new formations, just trying to get things going. So we've been working it a little more in practice.
Is this the most passing yards you've ever had in a game?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, how did that feel up there for you tonight?
Felt great, just giving my receivers the ball, letting them work in space.
Can you talk a little bit about those receivers tonight? Because, I mean, Daly had the 2 big touchdowns. That first touchdown, I mean, that was an incredible catch.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
probably going to be talking about that one for a little bit. What'd you think of that catch?
Well, I threw it, and as soon as it came off the hands, I was like, but then Tim's just a great athlete, went out, made a play for me, and scored. So.
And then Hawkins Smith had the other of the 3 touchdowns. What'd you see from him tonight? What kind of player is he like for you?
He's great. Team first, always, just hard-nosed, physical, doesn't talk much. He just shows up and works, and I'd hate to tackle him one-on-one in the open field.
You also had an interception tonight defensively. What do you prefer? Do you have a preference of throwing passing touchdowns or interceptions?
Probably throwing touchdowns, but I'm not going to complain with either one. So.
So you guys get back in the win column. The offense had hit a bit of a lull the last 2 weeks, but you guys get back on track tonight. What was the biggest difference you think this week as opposed to the last couple?
After the Calvert game, we knew we had to work harder than ever if we want to go deep in the playoffs, make a run. So after Calvert and then this week in practice, we're extremely physical. We were getting after it, and just 2 great back-to-back weeks of practice, and it showed tonight. So.
It definitely showed tonight. You guys have 2 more games to go here in the regular season before a potential playoff appearance. What's the biggest key for you guys here down the stretch?
Just stick to what we've been doing since forever. Just, physical, run the ball, control the clock, and just run.
Just run, and run you guys did indeed tonight. Last thing, anyone you want to give a shout-out to, look into that camera and say what you got to say.
Shout out to the O-line especially. My grandma, my family, my parents, and everyone who supports Lucas.
All right, Bobby, thank you so much for your time tonight. Congrats on the win. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Happy Halloween!
Time now for our 89 Homes post-game show, where it was all Lucas tonight, 50-0. They pitch the shutout. They get back in the win column, snap their mini 2-game losing streak, and now 2 weeks to go. Came into today projected to make the playoffs. This win will help get them some points, but they've got 2 more chances to really boost their resume and avoid one of those top teams in the region. As we take a look at the final stats here for you tonight, and Josh, it was all Lucas tonight.
Proof's in the pudding right there, guys. 15 first downs to 3, and they only had 4 first downs in the second half. 220 yards on the ground, 133 yards through the air, almost 400 yards of total offense, only 5 penalties, and the 1 turnover in the scrum. North Central did kind of slowly start to figure it out in the second half, though. They end up with positive yards, 37, when they had negative in the first half. They have 3 first downs, so they really do kind of start to figure things out. But it's not going to be easy the rest of the way for these guys. As we looked at their roster, they only have 2 seniors on their roster. They're a young squad, and they're going to have some growing pains.
They are going to have some growing pains. They've got 2 more games to go, just like everybody else, but they will go back home. They got a long trip home tonight. It is about 2 hours and 40 minutes to get to Pioneer, Ohio, where they are located, as they will host Manchester next week and then close out the season up in Michigan at Reading. And the Lucas Cubs will be at Lakota next week. Big chance for them to continue to build some momentum and make a run into the postseason. Well, that is going to do it for us here tonight from Lucas. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Joshua Banks, color commentary, fantastic as always. Jeremy Peoples on camera brought you all the beautiful images. Josh, our stats as well. Thank you so much. I'm Andy Jardy. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. Have a good Saturday. It's a busy sports day tomorrow. Go Guards, go Bucks. Enjoy your weekend, everyone.